Good morning. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Welcome to It's All Good. I'm Morgan Babineau. So much to cover today, and I won't get ahead of myself, but boy, am I excited for our sports block. You'll definitely want to stick around for that. But before we get there, a powerful new exhibit at the Black Heritage Gallery is spotlighting local talent. Laplace artist Ciara Sanders is bringing her bold storytelling to the walls of the gallery, celebrating family and culture. KPLC's Kaylee Frith has more.
The Black Heritage Gallery hosts a free event to the public at the historic City Hall Arts and Cultural Center March 3rd through March 27th. Executive Director of the Black Heritage Gallery, Janine Blaney, says Ciara Sanders' artwork is inspired by real emotions she has gone through in her life.
It's called Finding Your Emotions Somewhere in Time of Joy. So if you look closely into some of her painting right here, you're going to see some of the people that's embedded into some of her artwork, showing different types of expressions like love, joy, grief.
Sanders' artwork consists of vibrant colors, silhouettes of people, and the emotion she was going through at the time she created her paintings. Her raw emotion comes through in a piece she made after the passing of her mother in 2021. And in a self-portrait of the physical changes she's gone through in her life.
The era in the painting, and it's called the Erykah Badu or something. In this point in her life, she was going through different types of hair stages. She went from short, long, kinky braids, and you will see this in the picture.
Blaney thinks the community's young artists should feel inspired by how Sanders' personality is visible in her work.
Well, it will teach them that they can pick up pen, paper, artwork to try to express their emotions into their artwork, and they can share that with the world.
In Lake Charles, Kaylee Frith, 7 News.
Crawfish season has everyone getting their hands dirty, including advanced medical robots in the lake area. At Auctioneer St. Patrick Hospital, Dr. Justin Rudd put the Da Vinci 5's precision to the test by peeling a boiled crawfish. This state-of-the-art technology is used to assist in abdominal surgeries.
The picture you're seeing is actually even better on the console that I'm sitting on, but I actually have a 3D view if you go into the console where I get to operate from, so it actually has 2 camera lenses, so my view is almost like I'm shrunk down inside of the patient when I get to work on a day-to-day thing, so that's pretty neat. And then yes, the instruments themselves, the mechanics of it all, if my hands or wrist does it, it does it on a very slimmed down, magnified scale, and so the level of precision that you can get with it is just unmatched. Peeling a crawfish for the first time, so usually it's gallbladders and hernias and more the usual.
Well, it looks like the theory was proven right. Dr. Rudd also says that because of the advanced abilities, patient surgeries are actually safer and they have a quicker recovery time. And in case you're wondering, the tools being used to peel these crawfish are only used for training purposes and never touch live patients. Fresh eyes are on Southwest Louisiana for the 4th year in a row. Just imagine Southwest Louisiana hosted a conference bringing architecture minds together from all over the state. The conference saw local contractors, officials, and students from the LSU School of Architecture discuss construction opportunities in Lake Charles.
Have like education or anything on the side. This is just for people that are like low income.
But essentially to see all these students here excited about their work and talking about the exits that we take every day and the schools that our kids are going to, and it's like, all right, it's not just us. As a state, I think people are recognizing Southwest Louisiana as a very important part of the state overall. So.
In the 4-year partnership, students from LSU have collaborated in efforts like the Bayou Greenbelt, Strong Downtowns in Vinton and Jennings, and the Mid-City Neighborhood Transformation Projects. Governor Landry made a stop at Chenault for the groundbreaking of a multi-million-dollar hangar. The hangar will be used for expanded aviation painting and is expected to bring in 100 new jobs. At the groundbreaking, Governor Landry spoke about the importance of the new addition, not only to the city of Lake Charles, but to the state of Louisiana.
And this was actually the first project that helped me. I want you to know that not only is this important to this area, but I want you to know what you have done for the rest of the state of Louisiana as well. You helped me work through a process at FEMA that literally about 3 weeks ago, I came back from Washington, D.C. with $500 million worth of FEMA projects. That is important to all of the parishes that have been affected by the hurricanes over the last 6 or 7 years.
Chenault has hosted many prominent aircraft for maintenance over the years. Fun fact, President Trump's personal plane was repainted at the airport back in 2022.
3, 2, 1, and cut.
CST Multifamily Group officially unveiled its new luxury senior housing apartments off of Gershner Memorial Drive. The $38 million project broke ground back in 2024 and recently began welcoming residents to their establishment, fitted with a game room, movie room, pool, and pickleball courts. Citizens 55 and up are eligible to lease out 1- and 2-bedroom apartments.
Well, the goals were to develop not just a senior housing facility for those, entering the retirement years in their later years and recovery from the hurricanes, but the goal was to give them a quality of life. We're thrilled with the design team that put this together. We're thrilled with the vision that Tom, Stan, and Chris had in putting this together and allowing the freedom of the design team to do their jobs, and they did an excellent job. It's just a beautiful place.
Well, switching gears now, students in Southwest Louisiana got to test drive their possible future careers at Soella. As KPLC's Anissa Carby explains, Criminal Justice Day allowed hundreds of young people to have a hands-on look at the field.
More than 300 middle and high school students arrived at Soella, captivated by the blinking lights and loud sirens. Middle school students described the day true crime turned TV show into prospective job.
My mom, she watches a lot of Dateline, and I just found it really interesting. I found it really interesting to piece the pieces together and to be able to solve it.
That's always been my dream occupation. Always watching murder mystery shows growing up.
Solving a murder mystery especially has always brought a lot of joy to me.
They got to see K-9 demonstrations, SWAT team operations, helicopter landing, and more.
I think it's important to get the FaceTime with the community so they can see us on an everyday basis and see what we can provide. Not everybody knows all of the capabilities of the office.
Organizer says this event shows how they prepare students for their careers. TUSO for high school seniors attending Soella in the fall says this opened their minds to other possibilities.
Getting to be here with the hands-on experience really gave me the deeper level of knowledge and understanding of what these people go through every day and what I would have to go through if I happened to go into this field.
Across the country, law enforcement agencies struggle to fill vacant positions, and Southwest Louisiana is a part of that.
At our agency, we look for go-getters, people that want to work. They're willing to work. We also love people that are curious. Curiosity is what furthers all of our criminal investigations.
And who knows, maybe future members of the force were here today.
The biggest thing that I took from today is that law enforcement isn't just traffic stops or catching criminals. There's levels to it, and there's so many different departments that you can take your skills to.
It's something that can change your life in very different ways, but if you're interested in it, I would definitely give it a try and see where it could take you.
In Lake Charles, Anissa Carby, 7 News.
March is Women's History Month, and last week, Southwest Louisiana celebrated women in industry. KPLC's Caleb Carter was able to attend the event and hear how leading women were finding ways to give back.
For the third year in a row, over 150 students and professionals from across the state descended upon Southwest Louisiana.
The future is female, and I think it's important that we know that. And so as we look back at things in the past, these were not, this type of event wasn't possible. And so I'm so happy for LAIA pulling this together, bringing women together, even other women to learn from each other.
The event was held to inspire young women to think differently and see themselves in spaces they'd otherwise be underrepresented.
I know it's usually male dominated, and in a lot of meeting rooms there's only one woman in the room, but just seeing the whole room filled with women who have gone so far in the STEM field is just really cool to see, and it makes me feel very encouraged, especially because I'm about to head off to college, and I know there might not be a lot of girls in all my classes, but there's always a support system for me to fall back on.
Keynote speaker Teresa Delafosse says the event is perfect for networking, exactly what she did to reach her position.
Having everybody come together and have the resources here to work through, understand what options are available, make sure they're headed in the right direction, but you really need to be aware of all those options. If your mom and dad or the people you're around in your family don't know what paths are out there or what options in STEM exist, then you're not going to know. You don't know what you don't know.
In Sulphur, Caleb Carter, 7 News.
The event was also part of what is known as Women in Construction Week, a nationwide event dedicated to celebrate women and engage women in industry. Still to come, we have so much sports news to cover. Among it, several girls basketball state champions. Stay with us. Oh, geez. Oh, my hair. Whoa! I'm just kidding. Welcome back. We have a whole lot to cover, and we're going to kick things off with a little something different. A Louisiana couple traveled across the country helping to teach amateur bodybuilders how to pose with the pros. KPLC's Brendan Brown reports the couple says it's more than just a flash of strength. It's a lifestyle for them.
There you go. Again.
I know. You got it.
Sammy Mosley and Dylan Castle have been professional bodybuilders competing in competitions over the last few years.
We keep each other
very accountable.
Yeah, very accountable. I want to keep impressing him with everything that I do. So I want to make him proud of it.
Yeah.
No matter, he would be proud of me regardless. But it's just another contributing factor.
Yeah, I'm trying to impress her every day.
The two compete in bodybuilding posing competitions nationally by each other's side.
3 for me. I just started 2 years ago, so.
Yeah, I've been competing since 2022. I've done 6 shows.
Now the couple is paying it forward, helping the next wave of aspiring male and women bodybuilders.
So as many as we can get to. I think that this is our 2nd one of the year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we go to as many events as we can. There's no set number of how many we've done. I don't know how many we've done together, but it's fun when we can make it, and we love to be a part of it. A lot of times, depending on your shape is.
The couple says posing is much more than just a strong physique. It takes knowing how to properly pose to show off your muscle.
You want to get the feedback. You don't want to just get hype people. That's not going to help you win. That's not going to help you move forward. You want the critiques.
You want to be coachable and really accepting the feedback, because it's going to be constructive. It's going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. We're all trying to win together. Come on.
In Moss Bluff, Brendan Brown, 7 News.
Sammy and Dylan want to continue to help amateur bodybuilders at these workshops so they can one day compete in professional strongmen and women competitions. All right, well, McNeese softball has been leaving their mark on the field. In a doubleheader over the weekend, the Cowgirls secured the Southland Conference opening series win over the Lamar Cardinals in back-to-back come-from-behind victories. McNeese looked to hit the gas early. Bottom of the first, McNeese setting the tone. Riley Cloud doubles to left center and sends Naja Fatno across home plate. But the Cowgirls were looking for more. Bases loaded. Maddie Taylor looking to blow this game wide open. Payoff pitch here, but the Cowgirls will get the free run instead. Taylor walks and McNeese adds another run to the board. Same inning, still, Maddie Weeks at bat hits a sacrifice fly to right field, and Jada Munoz escapes at the catcher and runs home. Cowgirls up 3-0 after 1, but the fun had just begun. McNeese would add 5 more runs to the board. They would shut out the Cardinals in 5 innings for the sweep, 8-0 the final. Over to basketball now. This week marks the beginning of the Southland Conference Tournament. Both the Cowgirls and the Cowboys are ready to leave it all on the court. And before we can get to tournament play, let's recap both teams' most recent matchups. As always, ladies first, Cowgirls were looking for their 20th win in a row, taking on SFA. McNeese doing what they do best, turning turnovers into points. Jalencia Pierre gets the steal and finds Dakota Howard for the easy 2. Cowgirls up 38-19 at the half. Then Ariana Patton went unconscious. Catching fire doesn't even do her justice tonight. Patton was an unstoppable inferno. She had a school record 10 threes on the night, and if you do the math, that's a career-high 30 points for the sharpshooter as well. Patton and the Cowgirls end off their regular season on a high note and celebrated the 3rd regular season title in program history. They're set to play again this Wednesday, March 11th at 10:30 a.m.
The buy-in was already there when we stepped foot on campus. All we did was perform. And, they perform at a high level. We've put them on big stages before. They've been through hard games. They've been through, games that they're supposed to win by a lot. They've been through all different types of it. And kudos to them because they stay level-headed. And, even being 18 to 22-year-old girls, they stay level-headed and they keep the main thing. So, winning is just part of our culture.
Winning is indeed in their culture, especially head coach Ayla Gazzardo. Speaking of congratulations is in order, as her first year at McNeese, she was named Coach of the Year. This marks Gazzardo's 3rd Coach of the Year title. This year, she led the Cowgirls to their first Southland Conference regular season title since 2011. I know I look forward to seeing what this team does in the tournament, as McNeese's Jalencia Pierre won the Defensive Player of the Year, and Cowgirl Jalea Ingram is this year's Freshman of the Year. Just so much talent on this team. Well, now over to the guys. McNeese Cowboys were out in Thibodaux taking on Nichols to end their regular season. Cowboys up 33-25 late in the first half. DJ Richards pulls up from the long range and drills it for his 3rd 3-ball of the night. Second half, Cowboys force a turnover. Larry Johnson ends up with it, and you better look out. He rocks the rim to go up 7. Here's Johnson again, and with that layup, he breaks Joe Dumars' freshman scoring record with 528 points this season, breaking the mark of 527 points set by Dumars in 1981 to 1982. Cowboys top Nichols 75-65, and they are set to play this Tuesday. That's tomorrow, March 10th at 8:30 p.m. Well, now it's time for this week's Sports Person of the Week, and we've been busy this time of year with high school and college basketball and now baseball season starting up. But this week, 7 Sports' Devin DeStefano shows us a new sport that has made its way to Southwest Louisiana this year.
Stunt is a sport that's quickly gaining popularity throughout the country.
A lot of people don't know what stunt is, and then they look it up and they see a game and they're like, wow, that's really cool.
Unlike cheerleading, stunt has less to do with showmanship and more focused on the execution of skills. It begins with a coin toss, and 2 teams go head-to-head in 4 quarters of competition. A different routine is performed each quarter, and the team with the best execution is awarded a point. At the end, the team with the most points wins the game. McNeese just introduced stunt as a club sport this year and is ranked 6th in the nation in the club division. Head coach Leanne Buff laid the foundation.
Oh my gosh, this has been probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. So to start it and to see what it's grown, what we started and what it's grown into has actually been fascinating.
The excitement around the program has already attracted athletes from all parts of the country. Layla Bland is from Oklahoma. She says stunt is the reason she chose to go to McNeese.
I didn't even know what McNeese was. I didn't even know it existed, and I don't know, I just feel like it was really in God's plan and what he had for me, because it literally came out of nowhere.
High schoolers in the area certainly know all about McNeese, and they get the chance to test out their skills on the mat.
Honestly, a really amazing opportunity to be able to do what I love, but get to experience it before going to college.
To really be heads-on competing against other colleges and then forming a team with college students is just a really great opportunity.
No matter the age, the girls on the team are bonded by one thing, their love for the sport.
When we all came in, we meshed instantly. We spent every single second together. If we're not at practice together, we're all hanging out together outside of practice. We really made a family here, honestly.
With your Sports Person of the Week, Devin DeStefano, 7 Sports.
Well, now we're going to transition back to basketball. Ready to wrap up the show with some highlights from the high school girls basketball championship. Let's begin our tour in Hammond with Maryville. The girls are looking to make history and win the program's first state title at the start of this game. Slow first quarter start for the Lady Panthers. Miranda Williams getting the first field goal of the game at the 2:50 mark. But they're about to take off with Avery Coroner in the captain's seat. From beyond, knocks it down. Lady Panthers bring it within one. Coroner looking to bring Maryville in the front. She's speeding to the board and gets the 1-and-1. Lady Panthers up by 2 heading into the second, where the seesaw contest began. Midland ahead by 1, but Raylan Williams turns it back to Maryville's favor with the layup. And how about this shot from Coroner off the back of a Rebel for the bucket? Lady Panthers lead 31-30 at the break. Skipping now to the fourth, Maryville up by 6, but Midland erasing their deficit. Molly Thibodeau from downtown hits nothing but net. Now a 1-point game. But Coroner puts Midland's comeback dreams to bed, drains the 3-ball. The junior wins the game's most outstanding player with a team-high 21 points. The typing 3 attempt won't go, and the Lady Panthers hold off the Rebels and are crowned state champs for the first time in school history, winning 49-46.
We didn't hit every single goal that we wanted to hit this year, but and honestly, making the tournament and finishing in the top 4, those were the goals. And we, once we're like, well, we're here, we might as well make history and then try to do something special. And
it didn't feel real. Like, it still don't feel real to be honest. It's overwhelmed. I'm just so thankful that we were able to do it with this team with my cousin and my mom.
It still doesn't feel real. I don't know how we have these 2 trophies. I'm just glad we get to take them home.
Now, Rose Pine was seeking its 3rd state title in 4 years against Holy Savior Menard. Holy Savior Menard in control early as Carly Maynard barrels her way into the lane for the 2 to go up 4-1. Second quarter, Rose Pine down 8-3, looking for its first bucket of the game, and it's Raylan Ferris who takes the lid off the rim. Rose Pine looking to get in the swing of things on offense. Allie Wilson with the shot fake and nifty finish at the rim, still trailing 11-7. Then on the inbounds, Haley Calcote finds Ferris. She connects from the long range, and we're tied at 11 apiece. Things began to heat up in the fourth. Rose Pine down 27-25. Calcote dishes it to Wilson, and she lays it in to tie it up at 27. Then Rose Pine would find them in a 5-point hole with a minute left, and Case James delivers with a massive triple to cut it to 2. Rose Pine down 33-31 with seconds remaining, and Marley Jones comes up big and clutch to force overtime. Jones with 5 points in OT, and Rose Pine gets their 3rd state title in 4 years.
Just the way that we stayed, there was no panic. I mean, it was, yes, there was loud times in the huddle, but it was still like nobody was crying yet. A lot of times when you get down and you're struggling, the kids will start crying, and they just stayed. So it means so much that this group as a whole, the kids on the bench, everybody was just into the basketball game.
Yeah, a shooter, you have your off days, and today was one of them days at first. And I mean, like Coach said, he always tells me shoot it no matter if I'm 0 for 20. He tells me shoot the ball, it's gonna go in eventually.
Let's head to Class B now. Tracy Fontenot getting the game ball as Bell City faced Pitkin in the state final. Lady Bruins asserting themselves early. Peyton Herpin fakes out a Lady Tiger and kisses it off the glass to put Bell City up by 4. But Pitkin has a full tank of gas too. Charlie Lentz closing the gap with a smooth swish to make it a 1-point game. Abby Nolan getting in on the action. She attacks the paint and gets the bucket to go in to make it 10-9 in Pitkin's favor, their first lead of the game. Second quarter now, Pitkin up by 4, but here comes Herpin doing what she does best. She's well beyond 3-point land and drains it with ease. This game was tied 23 all the way at break. But buckle up, this game would come down to the wire. Fourth quarter, Natalie Nolan banks it from beyond. Pitkin up by 5. Bell City just battling. 2-point game with 6 seconds on the clock. Herpin is fouled and heads to the line. She makes the first shot, 1-point game, but the second free throw doesn't fall. Pitkin escapes with their first state title since the turn of the century, winning 51-50.
We're just not going to quit. Our quarterfinals, we were down 10. Fairview makes a run like crazy, comes out in overtime, 3 threes, back to back to back. We answered every time. And so there's a level of calmness because we've prepared for the storm.
It is very amazing. We were all excited. We were all out there crying. It's a lot of different emotions at once.
All right, I also want to give shout outs to the Westlake Lady Rams as well as the LaGrange Lady Gators for their absolutely spectacular seasons, making it all the way to the finals. Congratulations to all the ladies. Well, you can kick off each week with good news by tuning in Mondays at 11, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, or wherever you stream 7 News. Have a great week. I hope it's all good.